and welcome to Worthington Distribution. I'm Nolan, and today we're going to talk about a great brand new product from Leviton. It's part of the Leviton Decora Smart family. This is specifically the Decora Smart Wi-Fi devices. So we're going to take a look at the devices individually today, as well as what the app looks like, and the performance that we can expect out of these great new products from Leviton. The first device that we have over here, this is a appliance module. So this is great for, let's say, your coffee maker, or turn that on and off, maybe a standing fan, something like that. Rated for 600 watts of LED incandescent, as well as 1800 watts of inductive or resistive loads, and 9.8 amps of a motor load. So it's a great on and off device, appliance module. The next device from Leviton, this is going to be a 300 watt incandescent as well as 100 watt CFL and LED lamp dimmer. So it's great for a freestanding lamp that may be in the, let's say, the corner of the living room or on the other side of the bedroom. Great device for that. We have a 1000 watt incandescent dimmer that's also rated for 450 watts of CFL and LED. This is also rated at 1000 volt amps for Mark 10 ballasts, as well as 1000 volt amps for magnetic low voltage. This is a great device for some of those high inrush current type loads that we would sometimes expect with LEDs and CFLs. Great device from Leviton. We also have, moving into our other dimmer that we have available, we have a 600 watt incandescent or 300 watt CFL LED dimmer. Saves a couple dollars compared to our 1000 watt. If we're doing a whole bunch of them in a home. I will tell you that all of the Leviton Decora Wi-Fi product is at a super competitive price point. Give us a call for pricing details on that. The last device we'll look at real quickly, this is a switch, 600 watt CFL and LED, as well as 1800 watts for your resistive inductive loads, fluorescent loads for example, and motor loads, 9.8 amps on this as well. This will be great for, let's say, our shop lights where we have a garage. We can go ahead and turn those lights on and off. So another great product from Leviton. Now, as we look at the specific devices that we have here today, what you'll kind of notice is I don't have a controller. There's no hub. That's what makes this product unique and absolutely special within the industry today. It's a hubless solution. It simply uses Wi-Fi or your customer's wireless access point in the home to control these devices. So when I go ahead and control my 600 watt dimmer, turn it on or turn it off, I'm simply talking to my Wi-Fi access point that's above me right to the device itself. Really great feature from Leviton. When we look at the actual physical setup on our Decora Smart family of devices, specifically the Wi-Fi, and we'll also see this in the Decora Smart Z-Wave devices as well, and HomeKit, which is coming shortly, what you'll notice is a few special things. The first thing that I want to point out here is the indicator LEDs. Oh wait, you don't see them because they're actually hidden. When I go ahead and press anything on the dimmer itself, if I press it on for example, now I actually see my indicator LED. If I go ahead and lower that down, you'll actually see where my dim level is at. Press it off, it goes away. So no more pesky LEDs that are maybe in a bedroom that we want super dark and we don't want to actually see the LEDs, bright to keep us up at night. So another great feature that you'll see that's been built into Leviton dimmers for many, many years, which is a great feature, is I can actually set the level that I want the light to turn on before I actually turn the lighting load on. This is great if you're walking into the bedroom, maybe the wife's asleep, you don't want it to turn on super bright, or maybe the baby's sleeping. So we can actually adjust the lighting level to maybe a lower lighting level before we turn on the light, and now we're not going to wake somebody up. So another great feature from Leviton. Again, decorator style, great setup from Leviton. What makes the Leviton really, really smart with not only their lamp dimmer, but my in-wall devices as well, specifically the dimmers, is what Leviton is calling off is off technology. What that means is when I shut my device off, like right now, there is no current leakage whatsoever that's happening. I will see 0 volts if I put a meter between my load terminal and neutral. This is super important. I can't stress how important this is with regards to LEDs and CFLs. I'm sure you've seen an LED or CFL, especially if it's only maybe one device or two devices on that load, that flickers or stays on or glows, for example. Well, let's check out Leviton's no glow technology, if you will. So right now, I have just a lamp that's hooked up to my lamp dimmer, for example. That lamp module I can turn on or turn off very easily, right? So I want to show you what this actually can do. So if I unplug my lamp, and I'm going to use one of Leviton's little night lights, great little piece, give us a call, you can always buy those too. We're going to plug that in to my lamp module right now, and I can go ahead and turn on my 1 watt incandescent night light. This is 1 watt, okay? I can go ahead, I can actually dim that device down if I want to a very low level, or off. This shows you the performance factor from Leviton. Off means off. There is no current leakage whatsoever that's happening here, so you're not going to see that glow or that flickering on a small LED load. What I mean by that is, let's say I have somebody else's dimmer, for example. Now this device is actually set to off. You see how that's glowing right now? That might be an LED or CFL that's actually flickering or is glowing up in the ceiling and won't ever shut off. So Leviton's off means off technology is absolutely fantastic when it comes to performance that you would expect out of a great product from Leviton. So we're going to plug this back in, and what we're going to do next is actually take a look at the app and some of the great features that are part of that. Okay, so now let's take a look at the app. As I mentioned, this is a hubless solution, so I don't need any special software or any special computer to set this up. All I'm going to need is either my smartphone, for example, or an iPad. I'll show you on the iPad because it's a little bit easier to see. So the app that we're going to utilize that you can download from the App Store or Google Play is called My Leviton. You'll need a login. If you haven't logged in before, it's going to ask you to sign up. So we'll sign up, and what you see at first when we first log in is the actual connected devices. So this is my lamp module, for example. I can toggle that on or off. Again, super fast. And again, this is all Wi-Fi based. My 600 watt dimmer, I can go ahead and toggle on and off as well. And maybe I want to go to a different dim level. So I'll drop that down. And my apologies if it looks like the app is a little bit off. I promise it's just me upside down trying to adjust this. So again, we can actually go ahead and adjust the brightness level very easily right from the app. And as you can see, it's super quick. Now, what else is really cool is I can go into the device details. So the bottom here is my actual lamp dimmer. I'm going to press device details, select settings, and when I select settings, what you can see is a whole new feature set of really performance enhancing options that allows us to really dial in for maybe the specific LED that we're using or what our customer desires. Things like the status LED. That's my status LED over here. That's my actual indicator LED for what that LED is going to do. So maybe I want my status indicator or my status LED to show me when my device is on or off. Or maybe I want it on all the time. So we can adjust that. We can adjust the turn on level. So when I turn my device on, what level does that go to? I can also adjust my fade rates. So I can adjust my fade rates to maybe 2, 3, 5, 25 seconds, whatever I want my fade rate to be. So fade to on, maybe we'll dial that out to 10 seconds. So it takes a little while longer to turn on. It's not a real harsh effect when we first turn that light on. What else is really cool is I can select my bulb type. So maybe I have a CFL or an LED. That will help out with the performance dimming there. And then I can also adjust my minimum and maximum lighting levels. Now, you ask, why is that important? The reason that's important is specifically for LEDs and CFLs where I want to trim that. So now I can trim maybe a lower end, maybe I have an LED that doesn't perform so great. Now I can go ahead and actually trim that bottom end so it feels like I get a full dimming range out of that LED. So again, some really great feature sets here available from Leviton. So I'm going to jump back to the main page, and what we'll look at after our connected devices, so these are all my devices that are here, I'm going to look at the activities. Now what activities are, this is essentially a macro, if you will. And I don't have any listed, but I'll show you how to add one. It's real simple. So we'll just leave it named My Activity. Maybe this is an all off or an all on. We'll click Continue. It's going to yell at me and actually say that I have to name it, so just give me 1 second. And as I mentioned, we're going to name this all off. Sorry about that, folks. And so what I want to do is add some devices for my all off. Kind of makes sense. So select a device. I'm going to select my 600 watt dimmer and my lamp module and what levels I want those to actually go to. So my lamp module I want off. My appliance module, I'm going to want that off as well. That's on, off, there we go. Or any other devices that are actually on my list. What levels do I want them to go to when I actually activate this? Now, a great feature from Leviton, I'm going to go ahead and turn my lamp module back on here. And I forgot my fade rate that I saved it to. That's going to come on after 10 seconds. What's really cool is I have a feature that actually allows me to try what my activity is. So I can try it before I actually save it. And right there, I went and actually turned off my devices. So I can finish that. I have a new activity that's actually enabled right here, and I can look at my different devices. In this case, I have my 600 watt dimmer that's turning off. Scheduling, absolutely fantastic. Again, as I mentioned, scheduling is built right into the devices. So what it's asking for is it wants to know my location. Why is that important? It's important because your location is going to dictate when sunrise and when sunset is. So I'm going to allow my app to find my location, and now I can set up a specific schedule. So I can set up the specific time when I want it to start, whether it's at sunrise, at sunset, before sunrise, before sunset, or a specific time. I can select the days of the week for that schedule to run. Very, very easy to set up. So again, we can set that up with all my great Decora Smart Wi-Fi devices from Leviton. So that's a quick overview of the app and some of the great features with Wi-Fi from Leviton, Decora Smart, the Decora Smart family. If you have any questions, give us a call here at Worthington, 800-282-8864. As you can see, all these devices are in stock. We always welcome your phone calls, and anything we can do to help, just let us know. Thank you.